Thousands of royal enthusiasts gathered around Buckingham Palace this afternoon on Saturday to celebrate the official crowning of King Charles and Queen Camilla as they waved to well-wishers from the royal balcony. The 74-year-old monarch was joined by senior members of the royal family by his side as he stepped into his late mother Queen Elizabeth's former role as head of state. As reports the Mirror, the couple were also joined by other members of the coronation party for the historic moment, just as the late Queen and her beloved husband Prince Philip did at her coronation, and her parents before her. Later on, the newly crowned King and Queen returned to the balcony as a pair alone to have their historical moment together as they waved across to everyone watching from around the globe. While many people are already familiar with who got a place on the Buckingham Palace balcony, some were left confused about a few of the lesser-known faces. Let's take a look at who took part in King Charles' coronation Buckingham Palace balcony service this afternoon and why some people were left out of the landmark moment. King Charles and Queen Camilla. The newly crowned King Charles and his wife Queen Camilla were front of the pack for the historical day on the balcony, dressed in their finest royal attire robes and finished off with the historic crowns. The couple beamed as they stood alongside each other. King Charles was wearing the imperial state crown while Camilla proudly wore the late Queen Mary's crown. Prince William and Princess Kate. Prince William was also very much present with his wife Kate, the Princess of Wales, by his side, as the new heir to the throne next in line to his father. The 40-year-old has been a huge support to the king in recent months, particularly in the lead-up to the coronation. Himself and Kate had two of the front spots and seemed to be in good spirits as they spoke with their three children, Prince George, Prince Louis and Princess Charlotte, about the impressive Red Arrow's flyover. As loyal members of the royals, the family are often regulars on the balcony appearance for key events and have notably not missed one in recent years, having made two at the Queen's Platinum Jubilee weekend alone. Prince George, Prince Louis and Princess Charlotte. William and Kate's royal children joined in the celebrations as they giggled amongst each other and were pictured smiling brightly. And as always, little Prince Louis, 5, stole the limelight with his hilarious facial expressions and unpredictable behavior. He even treated royal fans to a show of his own with a dance and some clapping along. He was joined by his big brother and sister, Prince George, 8, and Princess Charlotte, 9, and the royal trio stayed close to their parents. Princess Anne and Vice Admiral Timothy Lawrence. King Charles' younger sister Princess Anne was also in attendance on the balcony alongside her second husband Timothy, who some people may not have recognized, with the pair tying the knot more than 30 years ago now, back in 1992. Despite him accompanying her on some royal tours over the years, he has kept a very low profile since, which meant a lot of royal fans were left confused about who was standing beside her. Vice Admiral Timothy Lawrence was not given an official royal title when he married into the monarchy, but has kept extremely close to his in-laws. The late Queen Elizabeth made him a Knight Commander of the Royal Victorian Order in 2011. Following the tragic death of Queen Elizabeth last year in September, Timothy supported Princess Anne as he escorted her to her mother's coffin back to Buckingham Palace from Scotland, as he sat beside his wife's side offering her much-needed support on the mournful and emotional journey. The Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, Prince Edward and Sophie. King Charles' youngest brother Prince Edward and his wife Sophie, who has been linked extremely close with Princess Kate, were also included in the balcony lineup. Despite being fairly low in the line of succession, the couple stepped up for the historical occasion to fill the missing gaps left by disgraced ex-royal Prince Andrew and both Prince Harry, who was seated away from key figures, and his wife Meghan, who missed the event. The couple now carries out regular engagements and are a hit with royal fans, with Sophie previously being described as the royal secret weapon. The a page of honor is a ceremonial position in the royal household and requires attendance on state occasions but does not now involve the daily duties which were once attached to the office of page. King Charles and his wife Camilla had 8 pages for their coronation, with each youngest holding a special relationship to the couple for the big day. The most important of those appearing was Prince George, who was the youngest. When the announcement was made, a well-placed insider said, "The king is very keen to show those in the line of succession, his natural heirs, at the center of his coronation." Even though he is only 9, George is very mature and already has a deep understanding of the roles of his grandfather and father, as well as his future role. King Charles' other pages were Lord Oliver Cholmondeley, Nicholas Berkeley, and Ralph Dalmash. Meanwhile, by Queen Camilla's side were her grandchildren, Gus and Louis Lopes, Freddie Parker Bowles, and Arthur Elliott. Lady Louise and James, Earl of Wessex. Late Queen Elizabeth's youngest grandchildren Louise and James, are the children of Edward and Sophie, and due to their low position in the line of succession aren't actually classed as working royals and usually stay out of the spotlight. Lady Louise, who is often described as the Queen's favourite grandchild, started university in October at St Andrews, which is where both Kate and William studied. Queen Camilla's companions. The newly crowned Queen had 2 of her most loyal supporters by her side for the historic moment on the balcony, as well as sticking by her for the coronation itself. Her 74-year-old sister Annabel Elliott works as an interior designer and antiques expert and is said to be close with Charles and Camilla. Fiona Mary Petty Fitzmaurice, the Marchioness of Lansdowne, was also by her side in attendance and served as one of 6 Queen's companions to Camilla since last year. Who was missing from the historic balcony appearance. Royal fans would have spotted that the Buckingham Palace lineup is much smaller than usual, which is prominent due to King Charles' plans for a slimmed-down monarchy, something which his sister Princess Anne previously said wasn't a great idea. It means the 74-year-old decision resulted in many relatives who would usually attend for the big moment being left out. Previously, before it was announced Meghan Markle would be staying in the US with Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, many were hoping to catch sight of the 2 youngesters alongside William and Kate's kids, but this didn't happen as she stayed in the US. And despite jetting across from California, Prince Harry didn't get a spot on the balcony due to no longer being a working royal after stepping back from his official duties in 2020. The disgraced Prince Andrew, however, didn't have a choice and was forced to take a step back following his connections to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. He did watch his brother being crowned, but again, wasn't welcome to join the other family on the balcony. Those also missing are Andrew's 2 daughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, alongside their husbands. As grandchildren of the late Queen Elizabeth, they were always included previously, but like Harry, they're not working royals so weren't included. Queen Elizabeth II made her last appearance on the balcony during celebrations at the Platinum Jubilee last year. Charles and Camilla, William and Kate and their 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis joined her. Heir to the throne, Prince of Wales William, and Kate Middleton also appeared on the balcony following their wedding ceremony in 2011.